Okay, so let us start with problem 1 of Fourier transformations. So the problem number 1, find the complex Fourier transform of f of x is equal to 1 for mod x less than or equal to a, 0 for mod x greater than a. Hence evaluate integral 0 to infinity sin x by x dx. So this is the problem given here in complex Fourier transform. So first, I'll write the given function. So given f of x equals, so it is 1 for mod x less than or equal to a and 0 for mod x greater than a. So this is the given function. See, first I'll rewrite this as this is equal to, so this is 1. See, for mod x less than or equal to a, so for this condition, mod x less than or equal to a means x lies between minus a to plus a. I mean mod, if you remove this mod here you get plus or minus a. So I can write this condition as mod x less than or equal to a as this is minus a less than or equal to x less than or equal to plus a 0 mod x greater than a means, so only in this interval the functional value is 1 and in all other cases it is 0. So I'll write 0 otherwise 0 otherwise. So I'll just write like this. So we can rewrite this function as 1 when mod x less than or equal to a means minus a to plus a and 0 in all other cases. So let us rewrite a function like this. Now we know that the Fourier series of f of x, that is f of x, or I can say it is f of u, is defined by a formula. It is integral minus infinity to plus infinity f of x into e power I u x into dx. Right? So this is the formula for Fourier transformation. See here, this limit of this integral is minus infinity to plus infinity. See, but we know that this minus infinity to plus infinity, so you can see the function is defined only in minus a to plus a. In all other cases, 0 means I can split this integral like this: minus infinity to this minus a, then minus a to plus a, then a to infinity, like that. But minus infinity to minus a becomes 0 and a to infinity also becomes 0. So the function will exist only in minus a to plus a. So it is actually by using property of definite integral. So straight away what I am going to do is I straight away replace this infinite limit minus infinity to plus infinity by this finite case, that is minus a to plus a, because the function will exist only in that. So I'll write like this. This is equal to integral minus a to plus a f of x. What is f of x in this? It is 1 into this e power I u x into dx. So only in this the function will come. So the meaning of this is only in this interval the function will come. So this integral exists, whereas all other terms becomes 0. So if I integrate this function, I get what is the Fourier transformation. So let us integrate this now. So this is equal to, so integration of e power iux is, it is e power iux divided by I into u. So this is between the limits minus a to plus a, right? So this is the integration. So now let us substitute a limit. So this is equal to, I can take this 1 by iu outside, 1 by iu outside. So let us put x is equal to a, upper limit. If I put x is equal to a, it becomes e power I into ua, or I can write au minus lower limit. Put x is equal to this minus a, it becomes e power minus I au. Right. So this is the term we got. Right. Now further, this is equal to 1 divided by I into u into. So this term already I said in the last class. So there is a formula I have given for this. It looks like e power I theta minus e power minus I theta. You know e power I theta minus e power minus I theta. C power I theta minus e power minus I theta is nothing but 2I sine theta. This is the formula I have given in the last class. So let us write that formula here. It becomes 2I into sine theta. Theta means A into U. Right? So I applied this formula. So you get 2I sine AU. Theta means AU. Now this I and I gets cancelled. So I can cancel this I and I. So therefore we get f of u, the Fourier transform, is equal to, it is 2 sine AU divided by u. So this is the required Fourier transform of your problem. This is how we can find the Fourier transform of a given function. A very simple procedure here. Take the given function, so write the limits in the proper way, take the formula of Fourier transformation, substitute your function and integrate, you get the Fourier transformation. So this is a common procedure we can use to find the complex Fourier transform, or it is also called as infinite Fourier transform of any problem. Right? So after finding Fourier transform in this problem, so there is a one more thing to find, that is evaluate integral 0 to infinity sine x by x. So let us evaluate now. Now to find, I'll write to find integral 0 to infinity sine x divided by x into dx. So I want to find the value of this. Now to find the values of these type of integrals, so after finding Fourier transform, remember in every case it is same. We have to apply inverse Fourier transformation formula. So I'll take inverse Fourier transformation formula. We know that. So the formula of inverse Fourier transform, f of x is equal to, the formula is, it is 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity f of u into e power minus iux into du. So this is the formula for inverse Fourier transform. Right. Now let us substitute for this f of u now from Fourier transformation. So substitute. So this implies f of x equals, it is 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity. So what is f of u? It is 2 sine AU divided by u into e power minus iux into du. Right? The function f of u was substituted here. Now if you observe, this 2 and 2 gets cancelled. I can cancel this 2. And further, see here in the integration, if you see, there is no e power term. It is only sin x by x. But here there is a term e power. So I need to eliminate this term first. So how to eliminate this e power? So for what value of x this will eliminate? Shall I put x is equal to 0? If I put x is equal to 0, this term becomes e power 0, and you know e power 0 is 1. So this term becomes 1 here. This eliminates. So let us put x is equal to 0 now. So put x is equal to 0, we get. So f of 0 equals, this is 1 by pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity sine AU divided by u into e power 0, I'll write 1. So becomes, when I put x is equal to 0 here, this is e power 0 becomes 1 into du. Right? We get this. Now further, this is equal to, this implies, what is f of 0? See this, I'll write here. F of 0 equals. So here, you can observe 0 lies between this minus to plus, minus a to plus a. That means 0 is present in this interval, and in this interval the functional value is 1. So that means when x is equal to 0, the value of f is 1. So I can write f of 0 as 1 here. I'll write 1. 1 equals the left hand side. 1 equals, this is 1 by pi into, so this function, if you observe, this is an integral of the form minus a to plus a, some function. And already in the last class, we have given one property, that is integral minus a to plus a f of x becomes 2 times integral 0 to a when f of x is even. And if you observe, this function was even, because if I put u is equal to minus u, so this is minus sine u. This is minus. Minus minus gets cancelled, you get plus only. So if I replace u by minus u, the value of this one will not alter. This becomes as it is. So when you get a function like that, I can call this as an even function. According to the property of a definite integral, I can write this as 2 times integral 0 to infinity, it is sine au divided by u into du. So because I'll write here, because integral minus a to plus a f of x into dx, this is equal to 2 times integral 0 to a f of x dx if f of x is even. So I'm using this formula. I'm using this. Right? So you get 2 times integral 0 to infinity sine au by u, because this is an even function. This is even. Now here let us cross multiply this. So this implies, if I cross multiply, it is pi by 2. So this will go to the numerator. Pi divided by 2 equals, it is integral 0 to infinity sine au divided by u into du. Right? This is the simplified expression. Now finally we put a is equal to 1 and u is equal to x in this. A is equal to 1 and u is equal to x. So this integration becomes integral 0 to infinity. It is sine, a is 1, leave it, sine x divided by x into dx. Correct? Now I'm just putting u is equal to x here. A is 1. Is equal to what? It is pi divided by 2, and this is the value of this integral here. Right? So this is how we can evaluate the value of integration after finding the complex Fourier transform. This is the common procedure for all problems here.